I was working an after prom for Bronx High School, and this was on a boat without a stage. So I was, first of all, I'm just on the boat.
Yeah.
I'm backed up against the rail. There's no stage, and these kids were huge. These were all kids from the Bronx. They were all like 6'5", these big kids.
Jesus.
They were wasted out of their minds. It was like 3 a.m. after their prom, and I started doing the gig, and they started yelling about their basketball team and their football team and their sports and whatever, and it was the only time I've ever done this. I handed the mic over to him. I said, "You guys have a good time.
Oh, wow.
Do your thing."
Yeah,
and I went back into the green room. I had a date with me, and I ended up getting paid, and I got lucky that night. So I think she felt bad for me. It was like a mercy. It was like a mercy kind of situation.
It's like, you do this for a living?
It's the only time I've ever given up the mic.
Wow.
No stage, and the kids were huge.
Yeah, I can imagine
that. So Bronx High School, you win.
Well, that's what I like asking. Like, I talked about this with Tony Sparks off.
Oh yeah, I love Tony, the Godfather.
The Godfather. There's a guy we have in common. He's the reason we met.
Yeah.
He, I do a lot of shows with him, and like the whole thing with the Chris Rock getting slapped on stage. When you see that, like, a lot of people are like, "Oh, comics are gonna start getting attacked on stage now." That's already happened.
Yeah.
Have you ever had anything like that happen?
A physical altercation?
Yeah. No. Luckily, knock on wood.
No.
Yeah, that's okay. Because I have seen that.
I did have my mic turned off once also and got moved off stage, and this was early after I had done the amateur comedy contest. I had just dirty material.
Yeah.
And a friend of mine, Murtha Shirt, he's a famous guy in Aspen. He decided to be my manager, and he booked me into a ski like a cafeteria in the ski lodge, and so there I am, like lunchtime at the ski lodge, and I'm telling jokes about like lesbians and doing blow and getting laid by tourists, and there are kids walking around in ski boots, and it was sponsored by like I think the local radio station K-Snow, and they turned off the mic and they're like, "You're done."
Really?
Yeah, and I just skied away.
You still got paid?
I got paid.
Nice.
Yeah, but that's when I realized you kind of have to tailor your material for the room.
So you can do clean all the way if you have to.
I mean, if I have to.
Yeah.
I prefer not to.
Yeah, same here. That's always the first thing I ask now because I have been booked on like a show where it was like a church show.
Right.
I didn't know it was a church show.
Oh yeah.
I do jokes about getting choked out during sex. And and then I found out with the reactions.
Yeah, the priests get excited. Yeah. They're not like whatever. No, I mean I do some corporate shows, whether it's Yahoo or Facebook or whatever. And those shows you got to be super clean.
Yeah.
I prefer to work like R.
Yeah.
So I just did like a yacht club. Yeah. I'm not going to go super filthy at a yacht club, but I'm going to do a lot of innuendo type of jokes, and that's fine. People seem to enjoy that.
So you find a way to like find your own lane.
You have to read the room.
Right.
I mean, now when I walk in, I know what's going on, so you can tell the same jokes 10 different ways. Right. So yeah.
Yeah, and that's something because I feel I'm still learning a lot of this as a young comic. I'm seeing you can drop certain words on the joke and it still works.
Right.
And that's something I didn't think before because I feel like I'm still figuring it out.
And you can have tester jokes.
Right.
Towards the beginning.
Yeah.
So that'll give you an indication of where the crowd is. And if they give you a little groan, you'll be like, that's the way it's going. Fuck it,
Did you know that The Voice Party has merch? T-shirts, hoodies, wall clocks, bath mats, even mini skirts. We will throw our logo on absolutely anything. Click the link in the description below and pick up some Voice Party merch today.